What did you have in your hand? What did you have in your hand? I bought popcorn for the movie. I bought popcorn for the movie. Shouldn't you spend 10 years lobbying? Shouldn't you spend 10 years lobbying? Where have you been all this time? Where have you been all this time? Sometimes he plays guitar. Sometimes he plays guitar. The rest of the job. The rest of the job. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to the beach. He plays volleyball on the beach. He plays volleyball on the beach. My pleasure. My pleasure. We visited the museum in the afternoon. We visited the museum in the afternoon. We are achieving extraordinary success. We are achieving extraordinary success. He didn't analyze it right away. He didn't analyze it right away. We visited an art exhibition. We visited an art exhibition. My relatives were pediatricians. My relatives were pediatricians. I want to dance with you. I want to dance with you. Did he come with it? Did he come with it? They can enter monthly. They can enter monthly. More appropriate. More appropriate. What is the difference between these? What is the difference between these? Won't I be a sportscaster sometimes? Won't I be a sportscaster sometimes? Were there relative stylists? Were there relative stylists? I need to buy a new jacket. I need to buy a new jacket. We have dinner at 7 o'clock. We have dinner at 7 o'clock. Can I make a reservation? Can I make a reservation? Could we create? Could we create? It's raining outside. It's raining outside. Wasn't I a ballerina at sunset? Wasn't I a ballerina at sunset? We can manage normally. We can manage normally. I didn't have time for lunch. I didn't have time for lunch. In a few hours, the chef will prepare a new recipe. In a few hours, the chef will prepare a new recipe. Baby giggles in the crib. Baby giggles in the crib. They will not wage war. They will not wage war. Is his father a juggler? Is his father a juggler? The disease spread rapidly and affected many people in the community. The disease spread rapidly and affected many people in the community. What do you eat? What do you eat? How did you achieve this? How did you achieve this? I hope you don't get lost again. I hope you don't get lost again. I listen to music in the car. I listen to music in the car. There is so much to do. There is so much to do. What should I say? What should I say? Is there a toilet I can use? Is there a toilet I can use? Your cousins are governors. Your cousins are governors. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. They need at dawn. They need at dawn. You will soon be taken to the operating room. You will soon be taken to the operating room. Our mother-in-law is a decorator. Our mother-in-law is a decorator. Isn't he afraid? Isn't he afraid? Could it fit then? Could it fit then? The crime rate increased. The crime rate increased. They are painting the walls. They are painting the walls. He wrote a letter to his friend. He wrote a letter to his friend. Go on, please. Go on, please. I had an accident last night. I had an accident last night. Would we choose? Would we choose? I will attend the fitness course. I will attend the fitness course. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late. Our wife is a filmmaker. Our wife is a filmmaker. Which is your favorite aquarium? Which is your favorite aquarium? Is your grandmother a farmer? Is your grandmother a farmer? They will buy a new car soon. They will buy a new car soon. I will have lunch. I will have lunch. We usually have lunch at 12 o'clock. We usually have lunch at 12 o'clock. I'll make some tea. I'll make some tea. Ships after 4 weekends. Ships after 4 weekends. Would he complain? Would he complain? I will drink some alcohol. I will drink some alcohol. He convinced me. He convinced me. May I use your phone? May I use your phone? We must be prepared for every situation. We must be prepared for every situation. My wife was a sailor. My wife was a sailor. Can't I generally be important? Can't I generally be important? What does Sam have in his hand? What does Sam have in his hand? I would like a reservation for 2 at 19.00. I would like a reservation for 2 at 19.00. They came to class. They came to class. The cat is sleeping lazily. The cat is sleeping lazily. We live in a small town. We live in a small town. Her mother-in-law was a miner. Her mother-in-law was a miner. I have a back pain. I have a back pain. We are playing 2 centuries later. We are playing 2 centuries later. Can I go to the word button? Can I go to the word button? Please remember this. Please remember this. The episode was quite interesting. The episode was quite interesting. Will reply. Will reply. Sorry, this item is out of stock. Sorry, this item is out of stock. Who has a dream? Who has a dream? What a delicious pizza. What a delicious pizza. Shouldn't he be watching? Shouldn't he be watching? I'm going to hit the sack. I'm going to hit the sack. Their colleagues are actuaries. Their colleagues are actuaries. Yes, it is very relaxing. Yes, it is very relaxing. The cinematography is stunning. The cinematography is stunning. Your children are technicians. Your children are technicians. He is swimming in the pool. He is swimming in the pool. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. The flowers are so colorful. The flowers are so colorful. Thanks for your usual support. Thanks for your usual support. Shouldn't he be thinking as the sun rises? Shouldn't he be thinking as the sun rises? We can't lock it. We can't lock it. Do not operate heavy machinery while using this medicine. Do not operate heavy machinery while using this medicine. Inedible. Inedible. Wouldn't he trust? Wouldn't he trust? They cook dinner together. They cook dinner together. If the weather is not cold, I will go out. If the weather is not cold, I will go out. We have change. We have change. So what do you think? So what do you think? Congratulations. Congratulations. You shouldn't eat during class. You shouldn't eat during class. I must forgive the dogs. I must forgive the dogs. He will make a plan after 1 month. He will make a plan after 1 month. I must not return. I must not return. Didn't make it next year? Didn't make it next year? He will fix the broken chair. He will fix the broken chair. How's the coffee here? How's the coffee here? I need to unpack after my trip. I need to unpack after my trip. One previous evening failed. One previous evening failed. I want one of these. I want one of these. We couldn't get any points. We couldn't get any points. We will not direct. We will not direct. The chef hasn't tasted the soup yet. The chef hasn't tasted the soup yet. We will not draw. We will not draw. Do you have any travel tips? Do you have any travel tips? What is our agenda today? What is our agenda today? Is our spouse a locksmith? Is our spouse a locksmith? Did they do nighttime banking? Did they do nighttime banking? Do you sell fresh eggs? Do you sell fresh eggs? Can't he come after 3 months? Can't he come after 3 months? He didn't say thank you. He didn't say thank you. He writes in his diary. He writes in his diary. You will need stitches. You will need stitches. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. Can she do gymnastics at noon? Can she do gymnastics at noon? Couldn't he understand normally? Couldn't he understand normally? This item is at customs. This item is at customs. I was so caught up in this story. I was so caught up in this story. Is it enough every month? Is it enough every month? For what purpose do you need this information? For what purpose do you need this information? Will it encourage? Will it encourage? We need to readjust our goals. We need to readjust our goals. Does he have to design every month? Does he have to design every month? How can you be late? How can you be late? Shouldn't he attend every 2 weeks? Shouldn't he attend every 2 weeks? I haven't visited Italy. I haven't visited Italy. He always helps his friends. He always helps his friends. How did you miss the deadline? How did you miss the deadline? Isn't the pathologist nearby? Isn't the pathologist nearby? Can we think about it after 2 months? Can we think about it after 2 months? I need a partner for air hockey. I need a partner for air hockey. They will collect donations every day. They will collect donations every day. Don't they remember? Don't they remember? Is there a waiting list for a table? Is there a waiting list for a table? Do you have to apply? Do you have to apply? I've never been there before. I've never been there before. He prepared dinner for his family. He prepared dinner for his family. Was his stepson a waiter? Was his stepson a waiter? Can we create this at sunset? Can we create this at sunset? He is on the phone. He is on the phone. My stepsister was a dermatologist. My stepsister was a dermatologist. Father's son. Father's son. His wife was a psychologist. His wife was a psychologist. You should try it for 2 weeks. You should try it for 2 weeks. I have to study for a spelling test on Sunday. I have to study for a spelling test on Sunday. Do they have to be choreographers for 10 years? Do they have to be choreographers for 10 years? How much does parking cost? How much does parking cost? He is too shy to speak in public. He is too shy to speak in public. Is there a coloring menu for kids? Is there a coloring menu for kids? I have a bicycle. I have a bicycle. They can always be second man. They can always be second man. He did not work as a barber soon. He did not work as a barber soon. I need to move out of my parents' house. I need to move out of my parents' house. I'm cooking dinner. I'm cooking dinner. He is not only talented but also dedicated. He is not only talented but also dedicated. Won't we be sheriff in 1 month? Won't we be sheriff in 1 month? I cooked a special meal for my family. I cooked a special meal for my family. We don't have a swimming pool. We don't have a swimming pool. He doesn't like coffee, does he? He doesn't like coffee, does he? I am watching TV. I am watching TV. Where do you go when you get sick? Where do you go when you get sick? We were off next year. We were off next year. The cat likes to sleep in the sun. The cat likes to sleep in the sun. Am I not limited last year? Am I not limited last year? The book is under my attention. The book is under my attention. We enjoy hiking in the mountains. We enjoy hiking in the mountains. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. Thanks for warning me. Thanks for warning me. These are popular bestsellers. These are popular bestsellers. Can be selected immediately. Can be selected immediately. I have a reservation in Smith's name. I have a reservation in Smith's name. I will go to the cinema alone. I will go to the cinema alone. I will create every 2 weeks. I will create every 2 weeks. If it rains, we will stay at home. If it rains, we will stay at home. He's too young to drive. He's too young to drive. It takes about 3 hours. It takes about 3 hours. I want to learn coding. I want to learn coding. He had never served as dean for 5 weekends before. He had never served as dean for 5 weekends before. We can go to the notary at 3 in the afternoon. We can go to the notary at 3 in the afternoon. I'll have the Greek salad. I'll have the Greek salad. Could they see 5 years ago? Could they see 5 years ago? He wasn't going to complain. He wasn't going to complain. We are meeting this morning. I'm lost. We are meeting this morning. I'm lost. Who opened the door? Who opened the door?